Okay, let's start with very simple problems. The perimeter of a rectangle is 22 centimeters and its breadth is 4 centimeters. Find its area. To solve this kind of problem, Shahina, once again, draw a picture. All right, draw this figure. All right, it doesn't have to be very accurate, but draw this. And after that, write down what is given. Then solve this. Okay, so here, the first step, since we are talking about rectangle, right? Let's draw a rectangle. So let's say this is our rectangle. And it says that the perimeter of a rectangle is 22 centimeters. What is given here? Perimeter is 22 centimeters. And its breadth is 4 centimeters. So I know its breadth. That is 4 centimeters. That is 4 centimeters. Find its area. We know that to find the area, right? Let's say breadth is equal to 4 centimeters. So we need to find the area. Also, we need to know its length. So that is its length. That's L. That's L. So to answer this question first, we need to find the value of this L. So using this information, how can we determine the value of L? So if you solve here, we know the perimeter is equal to 2 times length plus breadth, right? And it is given, it's equal to 22. That is equal to 22. All units are the same, so we don't have to write the units. So now if you substitute what is given here, 2 times length, we don't know. Breadth is given is equal to 4 and equals this 22. I can simplify this by 2. So it's 22, we can write it as 2 times 11, right? So now 2 times something, 2 times 11. So these things, we can cancel them out, dividing both sides by 2. So here we have L plus 4 is equal to 11. So what is L? L equals 11 minus 4. That's equal to 7. Because 7 plus 4 equals 11. Now we got the value of L. That's the first step. So we are not done yet. The second step. The question is find the area, right? So what is the area? Area equals length times breadth. Do we know the length? It is 7 times breadth is equal to 4. So that's equal to 28 centimeters square or square centimeters. Okay, so the area of this rectangle is 28 square centimeters. Okay?
Okay.
Next, can you read the problem?
The width of a rectangle is 5 centimeters less than its length, and its perimeter is 46 centimeters. Find its width and its area.
Okay, here, less than its length. We don't know its length, right? What is its length? I don't know. Let's say this L. So again, we are talking about rectangle. So let's draw our picture first. The first step, let's draw, we are talking about some kind of rectangle. And it says that the width of a rectangle is 5 centimeters less than its length. So let's say this is length, this is L, this is also L. And how about breadth? We don't know, right? It says 5 centimeters less than its length. So this should be L minus 5. Also, this should be L minus 5. You don't have to write all, just writing one side and one side, that will be enough. And its perimeter is given. What is the perimeter? Perimeter is 46 centimeters. The question is find its width. So question 1 is find its width and its area. So also we need to find its area. There are 2 questions, right? To solve this, number 1, using the perimeter again. What is the perimeter? Perimeter equals 2 times length plus width or breadth, the same thing. It's given, it is 46. And 46, I can write it as 2 times 23, right? And these 2 things, they cancel out each other. And do we know length? I don't know yet. It is L. And how about width? It's given by in terms of L. So that's equal to L minus 5. On the right-hand side, we have 23. It's just a linear equation, right? We practice a lot such questions in the previous chapter. First, if you simplify this and keep all the unknowns on the left-hand side, L plus L. Here we have 2L. And if you add 5 to both sides, negative 5 plus 5, 0. 23 plus 5, that is 28. from here, what is L? We know that 2 times L equals 28. So L must be 14 because 2 times 14 equals 28. Okay, we got it. That's the first step, right? And now I can get, actually still not yet, from here, I can find the width. What is the width? Width is L minus 5. So that's equal to 14 minus 5. That's equal to 9 centimeters. So, actually, I need to put here. So, the width or breadth of the rectangle is 9 centimeters, right? So I know the length, I know the breadth, so we can get the area now. Second step, area equals length times width, and length equals 14 times width is equal to 9 equals, what is 9 times 14? 9 times 14 is 9 times 10 plus 4. That's equal to 90 plus 9 times 4, 36. That is equal to 126. So that is 126 centimeters squared. Okay. So we have two answers here. Those are width of the given rectangle is 9 centimeters and the area of the given rectangle is 126 square centimeters. Okay. Shahina, are you there?
Oh yeah, the screen froze for like some few seconds.
Okay, now can you see everything?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. If your sister is not crying anymore, you can read the problem.
Okay, a rectangle field is 13 meters long and 10 meters wide. It has a cement path 3.5 meters wide. Around it, what is the area of the cement path?
Okay, here we have a rectangular yard, maybe flower yard or something in your house. And we made a kind of path for walking around it. Okay, so it's a cement path. So it says that the length of this small rectangle 13 meters and its width 10 meters. And how about the big one that is 20, right? Because it says that, okay, 13, it has a cement path 3.5 meters wide, right? That means that if we are given, like, if we have something that's rectangular, something like this, right? And this side is how many meters? 13 meters. And this side is how many meters? 10 meters. So around this, we are going to make a path, right? Here we are going to make a path for walking. Path. And it says that the path is 3.5 meters wide. So that means that the path, this one is 3.5 meters wide, this one is 3.5 meters wide, 3.5 meters wide, 3.5 meters wide. Now, if I want to get the dimension of this green rectangle, this green, right? That is the boundary of the path. How do you find this? This one is, Shahina, this length, the width is 3.5, right? And also this one is, this width is 3.5. So what is 3.5 plus 3.5? It is 7, right? So this one is 13. 13 plus 3.5 plus 3.5, that is 20. That's why this length, the green part, is 20. In similar way, this one is 10 plus 3.5 plus 3.5, that is 10 plus 7. So the width of this green rectangle is how much? It is 17. That's why actually we need to draw this figure. So now we are talking about the shaded region, right? The shaded region, that is cement path around this flower yard or garden, whatever it is. So the question is, what is the area of the cement path? So let's say the area of cement path, let's say the shaded region. How can I find this? From the big rectangle, right? From the big rectangle's area, that is 20 times 17 minus, if I remove this empty part, what is left here? Only the shaded region is left, right? So that is, what is the area of this small rectangle? Length is 13, width is 10. So that's equal to 13 times 10, which is equal to 2 times 17, 34. Here we have 0, 340, minus 13 times 10, 130, which is equal to 210 meters squared, or square meters. So the area of the path, the cement path, is 210 square meters.
Okay, I see. Got it. Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Another example, in the figure below, okay, we are talking about this figure, the sides AB and DC of the quadrilateral ABCD. So here that is ABCD. What is it? It is a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides, right? Are both perpendicular to the diagonal AC. So that is a diagonal AC. What is a diagonal? It's a line segment that joins two non-adjacent vertices of a polygon. So these are AB adjacent corners, right? BC adjacent corners, CD adjacent corners. How about A and C? They are not adjacent. B and D not adjacent. So if you just join them, we call them diagonal. Anyway, so here AC is a diagonal of this quadrilateral, right? And it says it is perpendicular to AB, that is, this one is 90 degrees, and also this AC is perpendicular to CD, that's why it is 90 degrees. And it says that given that AB equals 2, so this AB equals 2, DC, that's equal to 8 centimeters, and the area of ABC. Where is the area of ABC? We are talking about this area, right? This area is how much? 6 centimeters squared, or 6 square centimeters. Question A, calculate the length of AC. So first we need to calculate the length of AC. And let's say the length of AC is X centimeters. So that is AC is X. So how do you calculate the length of AC? We know that the area of triangle ABC, right? And this one is triangle ABC. How do you find the area? It is base times height over 2. So that's equal to 1 over 2 times base AB, that's equal to 2 times, and height, that's equal to X. And these two to cancel each other, that's equal to X. And this area is given, right, using this one, area of ABC is 6 centimeters, that is equal to 6. So from here, what is X? X equals AC. So AC is 6 centimeters. Question B, it says the area of the quadrilateral ABCD. And how do you find the area? So the area of quadrilateral ABCD is equal to the area of this triangle plus the area of this triangle, right? This one. If you just add them together, it gives us the area of the quadrilateral. So what is that? That is area of triangle ABC, that is ABC, plus area of triangle, what is it? ACD. So that is ACD. Do we know the area of ABC? It's given here, right? It's just 6. Plus, and how about the area of ACD? ACD is height times base over 2. That's equal to 1 over 2 times. And the height, base, it is 8 times. How about this height? It is X. And we know X from here, that's equal to 6. If you just simplify this, and we'll get 6 plus half times 8. It is 4. 4 times 6, 24. So that's equal to 30 square centimeters. Okay, so the area of the quadrilateral B is 30 square centimeters. Okay?
Okay.
Shahina, can you read the problem and tell me how can we solve this problem?
Okay,
Read it first.
In the figure of the right, on the right, AB equals 17 centimeters, BC equals 25 centimeters, AP equals 8 centimeters, BQ equals 5 centimeters, CR equals 14 centimeters, and CS equals 3 centimeters. Find the area of the shaded region.
Okay. What do you think? How can we find the area of the shaded region?
See. Hold on. I'm not quite sure, but like I have the idea on what to do, but
Shahina, first, as you see here, this is a big rectangle, right? From this rectangle, as if you have a rectangle piece of paper, like A4 size paper, and with scissors, you're just cutting off this edge, right, this corner, and also cutting off this corner, and also cutting off this corner and this corner, right? And what is the area of this shaded region means from the area of the rectangle, if I subtract the area of this triangle, minus this triangle, minus this triangle, minus this triangle, it gives us the remaining part, right? So this is how we are going to find this. And assume that, suppose that the area of this triangle, let's say it is capital A sub 1. The area of this this triangle is unshaded region. Here, let's say capital A sub 2. And this one, let's say capital A sub 3. And this one, let's say this capital A sub 4. Okay. So I'm saying that here, the area of the shaded region is equal to the area of the rectangle. What is the rectangle? A, B, C, D. That is A, B, C, D, minus the area of this plus this plus this plus this. That is A sub 1 plus A sub 2 plus A sub 3 plus A sub 4, right? So we should just do this. Do we know the area of ABCD? It's just a rectangle, right? I need to multiply length by width. So how can I find it is width? As you see here, length is given, 25 centimeters. And how about width? Also is given, it is 17 centimeters. So the area of the big rectangle is 25 times 17 minus, and how about capital A sub 1? It is a triangle, right? As you see here, Shahina, this one is triangle, this one is triangle, this one is triangle, this one is triangle. And we need to find the triangle. You know that triangle area is 1/2 times base times height, right? So each area has 1/2. So I'm just going to keep this half outside the bracket, actually to do our calculations in a more simple way. Okay, so 1/2 is outside. Then what is A sub 1? Actually, it is base times height. So the whole length is 17, and this is 5. So what is the length of this side? 17 minus 5, it should be 12, right? So the area of this capital A sub 1 equals 8 times 12/2. Over 2 is here. Plus, how about A sub 2? Here we have the whole length is 17. 17 minus 3, so this part is 14. And how about PD? PD is the whole length is 25 minus 8, so this PD is 17. So the area of this capital A sub 2 equals 17 times 14/2. Over 2 is here, so here we have 17 times 14. And how about A sub 3? It is 3 and length is 14. It's just equal to 3 times 14, and half is outside here. Plus, and the last one, since the total length is 25 and this part is 14, so 25 minus 14, it should be 11, right? So a sub 4 is 5 times 11 over 2. Over 2 is here. So here we have 5 times 11. Right? So now we should simplify this. That is equal to, what is 25 times 17? 25 times 17, that's equal to 425 minus 1 over 2. 8 times 12, 96. 17 times 14, 17 times 14, that is 238. 3 times 14, that is 42. And 5 times 11, 55. Right? And which is equal to 425 minus. Here we have 96 plus 238 plus 42 plus 55. That's equal to 1 over 2 times the whole thing. Here the whole thing is equal to 431. Now if you evaluate this, 425 minus 0.5 times 431, that's equal to 209.5 square centimeters. Okay, so now the area of shaded region in the figure is equal to 209.5 square centimeters.
Oh, I see.
But did you get the idea? Because it's like a piece of paper you have, just cutting off this part and also this corner and this corner and this corner in some irregular way. So how do you find the area of the remaining piece of paper? That means that if I know the area of that A4 size paper, right? And minus area of this triangle, 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 it gives us the area of the remaining piece, right? The remaining piece is the shaded region.
Yeah, I got most of it.
Okay?
Okay.
Can you read the problem?
The area of a circle is 78.5 centimeters square. Calculate the circumference of the circle.
Okay. So we are talking about a circle, some kind of circle, the first step. Okay, that's our circle. And this is our radius, let's say R, right? And here the area of a circle is this. So what is the area? We know that area formula is pi r squared. And this thing is given, that is 78.5 square centimeters. And it says calculate the circumference of the circle. The question is, we need to find the circumference. What is circumference? It is 2 pi r. So that's the question. As you see here, to find this circumference, we need to know the value of r, right? Because pi is constant. We know that. It's already given here. Take pi as this. 2 is just a constant number. We need to know r. How can I know r? By solving this equation, we can get the value of r. So if you solve this equation, what do we get here? Divide both sides by pi. It's a constant number. R squared equals 78.5 over, what is pi? Take pi as this. So I'm going to write here 3.142. Right? And Shahina, if a squared is equal to 9, and what is a? If something squared equals 9, then a is equal to square root of 9. Okay, then what is square root of 9 is equal to 3. Like if a squared is equal to 4, assume that a is positive, then what is a? A equals square root something 4 means it is square root of 4. That's equal to square root of 4 is 2. Okay, like for example, x squared equals 25. Again, I assume that this x is positive. Then what is x? That x means it is square root of 25. So what is square root of 25? It means that what number's square is 25? That is 5. Okay. So that means that in general, if r squared equals some number, but here you need to use a calculator. So what is r then? This r is equal to square root of 78.5 over 3.142. Okay, but you don't have to evaluate this because we are going to answer this question. That's the first step. And now in the second step, the question is find the circumference, right? We need to find the circumference of this circle. So the circumference equals 2 pi r. That is 2 pi r, which is equal to 2 times. What is pi? Pi equals this. That is 3.142 times. And how about r? R equals this. So I need to write it down here. 78.5 over 3.142. Okay, so now Shahina, you need to evaluate this using your calculator. Okay, if you have a scientific calculator, do you have a calculator like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have this, it's good. All right. If you don't have, you need to buy one because now after this time, we are going to use calculator very frequently. Okay. And you may think that you may use your telephone or laptop is fine, but it's not so practical because after all, in the future at high school and school, you are going to use this calculator a lot. That's why you better keep one with you. So how are we going to calculate this? Just keep everything. It is 2 times 3.142 times square root, and after that press fraction. Numerator is 78.5 over 3.142. The answer is 31.41. Correct to 2 decimal places. And we have a lot of digits here. Just writing correct 2 decimal places is enough. Now, what is a unit? It is a circumference, perimeter, so it is centimeters. Okay? Good. So the circumference of the circle is 31.42. 41. Let's say another question. Maybe after that we'll see. Can you read it?
The diameter of a wheel of a car is 0.35 meters. Find the number of revolutions made by the wheel per minute when the car is traveling 33 kilometers per hour. Take pi equals 3.142.
Okay. Did you understand the question?
Yeah, I think so.
It is a good question, and you're going to see this kind of question a lot in the future because that's one of the, how to say, in almost every book they have this kind of question. So it says that the diameter of the wheel of a car, right, is 0.35 meters. So we are talking about a kind of car. Okay, so here it has, let's say, 2 wheels, and this is the first one, and this is the second one, right? And this is circular and identical, of course. And diameter of the wheel. So that means that here we have diameter, right? This one is diameter, and that is R, this also R. What is the diameter? Diameter is 2 radii. So that is given, that's equal to 0.35 meters. Okay, that is the first thing given. The second one is, okay, now we understood until here, right? So next, find the number of revolutions here, the number of revolutions made by the wheel per minute. Per minute, in 1 minute, this wheel is revolving how many times? As it just keeps revolving, it means that the car is moving, right? This is the street, right? It's just walking here, all right. And after that, it's just revolving, right? And it means that it's just changing its position. Now it comes somewhere here. right? Okay, that's our car. Okay, so it says that find the number of revolutions made by the wheel per minute. In 1 minute, this wheel is revolving how many times? When the car is traveling at 33 kilometers per hour. If the speed of the car is 33 kilometers per hour, okay? If it is moving at the speed, then in 1 minute, how many times the wheel is revolving? That's the question, okay? So first we should start from here. It says that find the number of revolutions made by the wheel per minute, okay? I should change this into meter per hour. All right, because here it is given in meter, right? So that's why first step, let me just convert this unit. The speed equals 33 kilometers per hour. What does it mean? It means that at every hour, the car is moving 33 kilometers, right? In 1 hour, it means this. So how can I change this into meter per minutes? To change this one, we know that 33, 1 kilometer is how many meters, Shahina? 1,000.
Yeah, 1,000.
Right? 1 kilometer is 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. So it is here 33 kilometers means 33 times 1,000 meters. Okay. And 1 hour is how many minutes?
60 minutes.
So instead of 1 hour, I can write here 60 minutes. So as you see here now, our unit becomes meter per minute. So now if I simplify this, 0, 0 cancels each other. And by 2, right, and 3, 33, that is 33 hundredths is divided by 6. That's equal to 550. So that is equal to 550 meter per minute. That is the speed of the car. It means that the car is moving, let's say from this point, okay, if it moves, okay, this distance is 550 meters, and the distance until here, all right, we are talking about the first wheel, in how many minutes? In 1 minute. So the car is moving 550 minutes in 1 minute, okay? So now the question is, here, to cover the distance of 550 meters, the car's wheel is revolving how many times? That's the question, okay? So now I need to find this in 1 revolution. If this car, actually this wheel revolves 1 time, it actually covers how much distance? Because if this one revolves 1 time, it covers some distance, right? The distance is equal to C. That's equal to 2 pi r. That is 1 revolution. Okay? Because here, if the car actually is revolving here, in 1 revolution, how much distance does it cover? It must be equal to the length of the circumference. That's equal to C. Okay? Now I assume that to cover this distance, okay, the car's wheel must revolve n times. At the time, if it should revolve n times, what we have here then? I get this equation then, let me just write here, then we will see on the next page. So that means that here, n times, and the length of 1 revolution equals the circumference. So that should be equal to 550 meters. So also this is meters, so I don't have to write because the length of this one is meters. So now if I just write, because we need to find n, right? From here, I can write n. Now what is n? N is equal to 550 over C. Or that's equal to 550 over, what is C? It is 2 pi r equals 550 over 2 times pi. And what is our r? From here, right, from here, r is equal to 0.35 over 2, right? Because 2r equals 0.35. Now what is r? divide both sides by 2, r equals 0.35 over 2. So here we have times, and r equals 0.35 over 2. Now if you simplify this 2 cancels each other. What we have here? 550 over 0.35 times pi. And what is pi? Pi is 3.142, right? So if you just divide this, we get the number of revolutions. 550 is divided by 0.35 times 3.142. That is equal to approximately 500.13136, blah, blah. So our answer is approximately 500 revolutions. Okay, so to cover the distance, actually the car's wheel must revolve 500 times so that it can cover 500 meters in 1 minute.
I see.
Okay, Shahina.
Okay.
Shahina, did I send you this chapter 4 worksheet?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, you'll check your WhatsApp. Also, I will check this. If I didn't send it, so I will send you, okay? You try to solve question from exercise 4A, okay? Until Friday, try to solve a few questions from exercise 4A.
Okay.
Okay. All right, anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Okay, making mistake is not a problem, Shahina, but every time you need to make new mistakes, all right, not the same mistake. And making a lot of mistakes means if your mistakes are new, that means that you are learning a lot of things. Okay, we should not be afraid of making mistakes, but we should be afraid of making the same mistake again and again. Okay, and that is Albert Einstein, the one of the most famous physicist. Okay, Shahana, that much is enough. All right, you may be doing some other chapters assignment, but still you need to spare some time to do this exercise 4A until Friday. Okay, so a few questions, because otherwise when I continue you may not have much idea. Okay, whatever you are doing, okay, maybe you may stop or you may delay this, but do some questions from exercise 4A until Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
So I know that much is enough for today. All right. See you on Friday. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.